Good afternoon and welcome to the Asian Institute of Management and to the Ambassadors Forum. My name is Mike Luz and I'm the Dean for Development Management. We are the hosts of this Development Forum. For this Ambassadors Forum. Let me explain a little bit about the Ambassadors Forum. It is actually a accompanying program to an earlier program we have called Development at Work. Development at Work is a series where we invite individuals, largely academics, researchers, development workers, but even members of parliament and other political figures to come to talk about specific work that they're doing in the field of development. After we had run it for about a year and a half, it occurred to us that it would be likewise important to hear the official view of governments. And as a result, we put together what we now call the Ambassadors Forum. In this Ambassadors Forum in the past year, the ambassadors of the United Kingdom, of the United States, of France, the European Community, of Japan, China, and India have come and spoken here at AIM. The intent of the Ambassadors Forum is to listen to the official view of the countries for which the ambassadors represent in the Philippines. While they talk about developments between their home country and the Philippines, we are also interested in taking a look at the region. In particular, when we talk of the region, we talk of Southeast Asia. But today, we've invited Her Excellency, the Ambassador of Lao, and hopefully she will not only talk about Lao-Philippine relations, but we'll also talk about what is going on in the Mekong region. The Mekong region is quite an important sub-region within ASEAN, and it's an area where AIM is now opening up programs. You might be interested to note that 2 weeks ago, AIM and the government of Lao PDR signed a memorandum of agreement with the Ministry of Education and Sports of Lao PDR to do the program for senior public managers in Lao. What that means is that we will be doing a series of short course certificate non-degree programs in Lao PDR, and it is to be open to senior managers, and in this case of government, this would be at the level of Director General or National Director. And it would be for all ministries. It would be open across all ministries in the Lao government. We hope that we will do this as early as September of this year with funding from the ASEAN Foundation and the Philippine government. And it will be run for a number of years. So we're very much interested in Mekong as an integral part of ASEAN, and we hope that Her Excellency will have a chance to speak not only about Lao and the Philippines, but also of what is going on in Mekong. To formally welcome everyone and to introduce Her Excellency, may I call on our Dean of the Institute, Dr. Ricardo Lim.
Thank you, Mike. On behalf of Stephen DeCray, our president, who is sick today, he asked me to fill in for him. Excellency, students, faculty, friends, and guests, good afternoon. Welcome to AIM. This afternoon, we will have the Ambassadors Forum, followed by the International Evening, highlighting the photo exhibit of the MDM class of 2013. Today, I have the honor of having a distinguished guest from the Lao People's Democratic Republic. Her Excellency, Ambassador Malayvieng Sakonhninhom, received her bachelor's degree from the Royal Institute of Law and Administration in Vientiane in 1976, a master in international law at Ukraine University in the Soviet Union in 1982, and in 1988, diploma from the Academy of Social Sciences in Moscow. She received another diploma in international relations at the Institut International d'Administration Publique in Paris, France in 1994. She is married to Mr. Sultan Sakonhninhom, Ambassador and Chief of Mission of Laos to Belgium, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Sweden, and the European Union. Throughout the years, Her Excellency has held key positions in government. She was with the Ministry, or she has been with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs since 1982, has been Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Lao PDR to the Philippines since July 2010. Before her current posting, she served as Director General of the Institute of Foreign Affairs in 2009 and Acting DG in 2004. From 1997 to 2004, she was Director General of the Department of Treaties and Law. In addition to government, Her Excellency has been active in academia. Since 1994, she's been a visiting professor in international relations and international law at the National Organization for the Studies of Policy and Administration, National Security Academy, I can't pronounce it, and Institute of Foreign Affairs, among others. Her Excellency is knowledgeable in French and Russian. She has published books on international relations and international law, numerous articles on gender, protocol, regional economic integration, disarmament treaties, and public diplomacy. Excellency, you might have a job here at AIM soon. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Her Excellency Ambassador Malayvieng Sakonhninhom.
Thank you, Dr. Caroline, for your kind introduction. Honorable Dr. Ricardo Lim, Dean of the Institute, Honorable David Israeli Foundation, Honorable Dr. Juan Luz, the Dean of the Center for Management. Dear colleagues from distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor and pleasure being invited to join the Ambassadors Forum at your prestigious EIM. During Lao Prime Minister visit to the Philippines last May 2012, our Prime Minister Thongsin Thamawong had chosen to visit AIM in his program. And as mentioned Dr. Tusk, and last 17 May 2013, as to implement the cooperation in terms of human resources development, Vice Minister of Education and Sports of Lao PDR has also visited AIM to sign MOA with AIM, establishing a program for senior public managers in Lao PDR. Dear friends, being here in the Philippines, I was impressed by the hospitality and kind friendship of Filipinos. Now, after 2 years and 3 months in the Philippines, I can say that I like the Philippines more than I expected. When I visited Cebu in 2011, someone asked me, "Where did you come from?" And I answered, "Laos." But the person repeated twice, "Cambodia?" and Cambodia. So I think I give you a quick look at the Lao PDR and Lao foreign policy. And regarding the GMS, you will raise your question, right? Laos is a landlocked country, while the Philippines is an archipelago. Since the 18th century, the Lao land has been repeatedly threatened and invaded by outside powers. The multi-ethnic Lao people have carried out struggles to completely liberate the countries and established the Lao People's Democratic Republic on 2nd December 1975. The renovation policy of the open door policy undertaken in 1986, aiming at transforming the country into a more prosperous nation. Moreover, we will continue to pursue our foreign policies of peace, independence, friendship, and cooperation, enhancing relations with all nations in the world, in protecting our country's interests for peace and sustainable development. Now, the fundamental principles of Laos has consistently upheld are implementing reform program and broadening international cooperation, taking ownership in regional and international integration, enhancing linkages, achieving sustainable development and MDG, graduating the country from least developed countries, creating secure and safe environment for coexistence with countries in the world. Laos is the only landlocked country in ASEAN with no railway and is now chairing the group of landlocked developing countries. Recognizing the unique geographical settings of the country, the Lao government has adopted a policy to transform the country from being landlocked into land-linked nation, connecting with neighboring countries while actively enhancing regional and international integration. In recent years, Laos has recorded some remarkable achievements in socio-economic development. From 2006 to 2010, the annual growth rate reached 7.9%. As from 2011 to 2012, economic growth rate was recorded at 8.3%. In the first half of fiscal year 2012-2013, economic growth rate was recorded 8.1%, which was made Laos rank one of the top 10 countries with highest economic growth rate in the world. The said achievements have increased capability for Laos to enhance its social development, in particular the attainment of the MDGs by 2015. In the coming years, along with the promotion of potential sectors such as agriculture, hydropower, international connectivity, and tourism, all of which play a key role in fostering economic growth, so as to ensure sustainable development, especially environmental protection, as well as promoting ecotourism, historical and cultural tourism. That's my second point concerning Laos-Philippine relations. Since the 58 years establishment of diplomatic relations between Laos and the Philippines, a long-lasting relationship and cooperation, we have a history of relations marked by friendship, goodwill, and mutual respect between our people. Laos first became familiar with Filipinos who served in Operation Brotherhood as doctors, nurses, social and community volunteers during the 1960s and 1970s in several provinces of Laos. The strong bond of friendship is further strengthened through the close ties between the two people and regular exchange of visits of their top leaders as well as their agencies at all levels. People-to-people exchange have also been promoted to further strengthen unity, mutual trust and understanding. The official visit to the Philippines of Lao Prime Minister Thongsin Thamawong in May 2012 resulted in the signing of several agreements relating to cooperation in foreign affairs, sport, education, and trade and economic ties. It served as a new and important mark in the elevation of the Lao-Philippine cooperation to a higher, more comprehensive, and in the interest of sustainable development and prosperity of our countries. Following up to the Laos Prime Minister visit, the two countries' business council held meet twice in Vientiane, Laos in November 2012 and in January 2015. And soon in next September, the Lao-Philippine Business Council will come to Manila to explore together the potential for trade and investment between the two countries. Laos and Philippines have enjoyed relationship and cooperation as friendly nations and members of the same ASEAN family. In ASEAN, the Philippines have consistently supported the initiative for ASEAN integration for CLMV countries, particularly narrowing the development gap program, just as I have mentioned at the beginning of my keynote. The Philippines funded and implemented in the past years several programs on capacity building for diplomats and officials in project formulation, health and disaster response management training, and inventory resource management. The government of the Philippines has donated humanitarian assistance to the victims of the Nesa typhoon in Laos in 2011, while the Laos government donated financial assistance to the Philippines for the victims of Ondoy typhoon in 2009 and Bophai victims in 2012. At regional and international forums such as the United Nations, ASEAN, EAS, ASEM, our bilateral cooperation is also becoming stronger. This making a contribution in Southeast Asia and in the world at large. Laos supported and supports the candidature of the Philippines in international organization UN. Laos will join hands with the Philippines and other members in accomplishing the good building of ASEAN community in 2015. The outcome of the past 58 years of friendship and cooperation provided us with every basis to elevate Lao-Philippines relationship to new heights of greater comprehensiveness. Under the leadership of President Benigno S. Aquino III, the Philippines continues to attain greater achievements in building a more developed and prosperous Philippines that enjoys a higher position and role in the region and the world. We very much appreciate the first quarter GDP of the Philippines, which reached 7.8%. During his participation to the ASEAN Summit in November 2012 in Vientiane, President Benigno Aquino III, in an interview with Lao reporters, admitted that the Philippines does not have much history of cooperation with Laos. But he said, new agreements signed in May 2012 during Laos Prime Minister visit to the Philippines are seen as the initial step to improving ties.